welcome back to my channel. It's me once again, Sally Sewing Tutorial. So today we'll be making a very simple and beautiful pencil skirt. I'll be showing you how to cut this pencil skirt. It's very easy, it's very simple to wear. It's a pencil skirt with a 1 inch band and a dart at the front and the back part of the skirt. So stay tuned, sit down, get your jotting notes, get your pen and your paper, and let's start with the cutting. See you all at the end of this video. So these are fabric right here. I've cut out the length that I will be needing. So this is my starting point. This is my hip, hip line point, and this is the end of the fabric. This skirt is going to be a long skirt. It's not like it's a long skirt. The owner of the skirt is very tall. She's a very tall lady. So her short skirt length is 28. Can you imagine that? Although this skirt is going to go a little bit below the nail. So our waist is 36. I divided 36 by 2 and I got 9 inches, which is 9 inches. I inputted here. Then her hip is 48. I divided 48 by 4 and I got 12 inches, which is what I have here. Then at the end of the skirt, I don't want it to be too tight. So what I did is that from the starting point of the fabric to this line I have here is the hip measurement. So I subtracted 1 inch from the hip measurement. So here I have 11. So I'll start imputing my earning allowances. Like I said, this skirt is going to have a dart. So I will work in the whatever I'm going to take as the dart. It's going to be half inches on both sides. So I'll add it back into this measurement. Let me draw my dart line. So I'm taking 4 inches from the center of the fabric, 4 inches. Then I'll come down by 5 inches. I'll come down by 5 inches. Then from this 5, I'll come again and take and put 4 inches here. So I'm trying to draw my dart line. So I'll do this till I get there. Then I'll connect the dots together. Then I'll take half inches on both sides for the dart allowance. So giving us a total of 1 inch. Then I'm going to connect this to this place. Can you see? So by the time I take to my machine, I'm going to sew this. So by the time I remove this from it, so the waist will reduce to no longer be 9 inches but 8 inches. So I'm going to add this back at this side. So I'll come in and put and add this 1 inch taken for that. I'll put it back here. Then I'll add my normal sewing allowance. So I'm going to use 1 inch and quarter for my sewing allowance. As you can see, the dart ended at 5 inches. It didn't get to the 8 inches because I said from the waistline to the hip line, I came down by how I got my hip line from your waistline. You put your tape at this point and you measure 8 inches. So that is what we give you your hip line. So this dart ended at 5 inches. The hip line is at 8 inches. So I'm not going to add this extra one for this dart because the dart did not get there. So I'll just put my normal sewing allowance, which is 1 inch and quarter. Same thing at the end of the skirt. I'll just add 1 inch and quarter. Then I'm going to connect the lines together. So from here, I don't have an hip curve. That is why I'm using my straight ruler. But when I'm done, I'm going to use my hand to make sure you use a ruler that's, you see, I had to change my ruler to this long wooden ruler in order for me to have a straight. Make sure you use a ruler that will connect from year to year all at once. Because when you break it, assuming I was using this short ruler, it would have not gotten to the end. So that is why I changed. So if you can, as you can see, that this place have a sharp end. So I'll just use my hand to adjust it. So this is what I have. So I'll cut this. So this is the shape we have. Then I'm going to use this front part to cut the back. But there'll be an extra allowance for zipper. I'm going to show you what I mean. So now I have another fabric. It's unfold. You can see. Can you see? It's unfold. So we're cutting the back part. So this is the front piece. Yeah. So I'm going to place the front piece on this fabric I have here. Then I'm going to work in my zip allowance. You can see I didn't take it to the end of this place. So this place is going to serve as our zip allowance. I'm taking, I left a space of 1 inch before I place the front part of the skirt to this material. So my zip allowance is 1 inch. So this is where we'll be fixing our zip in order for us to be able to wear the skirt. So I'll pin this down and cut it. So I'm done cutting the back and the front part of the skirts. This is the front part and this is the back. This is our zip allowance. See what we have. Then this is our shapy area. Can you see? So I'll work my darts at the front part of it. Remember, this is our back body of the skirt. So remember when we did that of the front, we came in from the center front by 4 inches. But this back, from the center back, we're going to come in by 5 inches. Reason because we left 1 inch allowance for zipper, so we'll put that into consideration. So 1 inch plus 4 inches give us 5 inch. So by the time we take our 1 inch and fix our zipper, we'll arrive at the 4 inches which we took at the front part of the skirt. So from this part, from this waistline, I'm going to come down by 5 inches. Then I'll connect the dots together. Then I'll take 1 inches and half inches on both sides. I'll put my tape. I'm taking 1 inch total, so I'll divide it equally between this side and this side. So put it here, half inches. Then I'll connect this to this point. So because I use the front part of the skirt to cut this back. So every measurement, everything that needed to be added has been added here. So I'll take this to the sewing machine. First of all, I'm going to sew my darts in. Be sewing it like this, then slant it to the end. So I'll sew it in, sew that of the front, the both sides. Then I will join the sides of the skirts with the client measurement, and I'll show you what I arrived at. Done sewing all the necessary part. This is my dart, the one I took. So I've, I've stitched it. Can you see? Then I've joined the sides of the skirts. I've joined the side with the measurements, which is waist 36, hip 40. Then the down part of the skirt, I subtracted 1 inch from, unfold. I had the hip gave me 12, so I started 1 inch from it. So, okay, let me just say I did the up of the skirt, sewing the necessary parts. This is the dart. I've held it. You can see how it look like. This is one of it, and this is the other one. Our skirt now have a shape. Then the waist, I've joined the sides of the skirt. The waist 36, the hip 48. Then the down part of the skirt, I just subtracted 3 inches from the hip of the client. The hip of the client is 48, so I spread 3 inches. 48 minus 3 gave us 45. So this down part of this skirt is 45 inches, the round circumference. So this is it. What is left for us is fixing of the band and the zipper. So I've cut this 3 inches width of fabric, and the length is 38 because the waist is 36. And remember, we have 1 inch on both sides of the back bodies. So 1 plus 1, 2 plus 36, 38. So I have a length of 38 and a width of 3 inches. So I want this band to be 1 inch when I fold it. So it's on fold is going to be 1.5. So I'm going to join it with the skirts with half inch. Then I'll show you what to do. We're going to join the band at the wrong side of the skirt. This is the wrong side of skirt. That means the back. So this is how it is. So I'm going to put it like this. Then I'll sew it round with I'll sew it round with half inches. Then when I'm done sewing, I'll turn it. I think I should pin it to show you what I meant. So this is it. I've pinned it with half an inch. So when I'm done sewing this round with half inches, I'm going to bring it this way. Don't know if you can see. Then to the front, then I'll still come here and sew it with, I'll fold it, look at it, half inches inside, then I'll sew it. So this is the band we'll have. So it's going to look like this. So I'll go ahead and quickly do this and I'll show you the finishing of the skirt. So this part, when I'm done doing this, I'm going to fix the zipper and we are done with the skirt. Okay, before I forget the down part, I want to hem it. So I have to sew it with quarter of an inch. Then I will use my hemming gum to a quarter. You know, I left 1 inches for the hemming allowance. So I'm going to fold it. I've already sewn with quarter of an inch. Then I'll fold it with 3/4. Yeah, I'm going to fold it like this. I'll press it, then I'll use my hemming gum to hold it so that it will be finished. So we'll be having something like this at the down part. Then maybe I might do hemming on it with my needle and thread. So I'll go and do this now and I'll be right back. So here's the final look of our skirt. It's looking so pretty and very easy to sew. Look at our band, our 1 inches band. So thank you all very much for staying to the end of this tutorial. If you really learned something from this tutorial, please, I want to see your comments down below. And please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, if you have just seen this channel for the first time, please hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell to get notified whenever I post new videos. I love you. God bless you. Until I see you all in my next video. Bye.